I've seen the trailer of Force 2. Very, very impactful, full of force, full of energy, action packed. And I'm sure the audience out there, they're looking forward for this movie. I would like to ask Sonakshi, you've completely nailed it. Now you are the queen of action. Yeah? So what was the experience like? You know, the training. It's not easy to be an action actress.
Absolutely not, but I feel for me it started with Akira, and the fact that I was learning something new to execute it in a film was a very, very exciting prospect. And I love watching action films, I love being a part of them. And when I finally got the chance to do it, I was more than happy. And I was like, you know what, why didn't I do this earlier? But honestly, the opportunity didn't come by earlier. So I was really glad that it happened with Akira and now continued with Force 2. I enjoyed it even more this time around because I got to do a whole lot more action and a whole variety of action in this particular film. So it was really, really enjoyable for me.
You know, what I like about the current Indian cinema is that there's a change. You know, actresses are being more experimental. They're trying to go solo. It's a good change, I would say.
Absolutely. I feel it's a great time because there are some wonderful roles being written. Yeah, wonderful roles being written, keeping female protagonists in mind, and even whether it was in Akira that I was there as a solo lead. Over here, I'm shoulder to shoulder with John, which was it's so encouraging, you know, when films like that come your way and you're no less than your counterpart in the film. So it feels really great. I'm really happy that people have started writing such roles for girls in cinema.
Rightly called the action diva, I would say. And John, tell me about your character.
It's a continuation from part one. His name is ACP Yashvardhan, and I think he's a model citizen of what every Indian should be like. He's honest, he's strong, and he wants to get the job done.
And I heard that you put in your blood, sweat, everything. You had an injury, right? Yeah. 3 times you had a knee injury. How did you? Are you going to continue with the action film even after that?
So I had 3 surgeries on the knee. I had 1 injury. But yeah, I'd like to continue with action, but not in every film. But I love action as a genre. So I'd love to do more action because usually we pay money to bungee jump or to jump off from somewhere. You're getting paid to jump. So it's a lot more fun, and it's painful when sometimes, unfortunately, things go wrong. But otherwise, it's a thrill that you know, someone who likes adrenaline. It's a great thrill for someone like that. It's a big high.
What do you tell yourself when when you're going through that pain? And a lot of youngsters out there who follow.
Yeah, I just think you need to be safe, and you know, accidents do happen. And just to tell all the youngsters, it's just be safe. When I'm going through pain, I only think about the post-operative care and physiotherapy and how I need to get back fitter, stronger, faster. And that's my only motive in life.
You're an inspiration to all of the youngsters out there. Tahir, आप कोई भी एंगल से मुझे विलन नहीं लगते हो. You look like a sweet chocolate. Yeah. So working with these stars, how was the feeling, the entire experience for you?
It was definitely very challenging because you're working with 2 stars who are used to the action genre, Sonakshi after Akira especially. But the full credit goes to them for creating an environment that put me at ease on set. As serious and intense as the script was, it was more fun off set. And we spent a lot of time during car chase sequences. We know once the camera rolled, the chase sequences were intense, but within that car, it was all fun and games, and I think that helped ease the pressure off. And about the chocolate boy thing, I think it's as an actor, it's a boon to be blessed with that look because you can go either side of the genre. Right now, I'm exploring the gray genre, but if I want to try others, it makes it easier to do that.
Yeah. And I was just reading up about you. You decided to take acting when you were in IIT Bombay. Is it right?
Yeah, just to clarify, I never actually went to IIT. I was at Hindu at Delhi University, but I went to IIT's Mood Indigo Festival. I think John was just relieved. For a second, he thought I was from IIT. No, I went to Mood Indigo, the IIT festival, and I was performing theatre over there, and that's when I realized that this is what coming to Bombay and acting feels like, and I wanted to do this as a profession. So sorry to disappoint you, John. I just became an actor. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks. Thank you.
What is the inspiration that you get from John and Sonakshi? You know, what inspired you about them?
From John, it would have to be his discipline. I've said this before on record, where at 6 a.m. I'm struggling to get up from the bed and come down to the hotel lobby, and John is already yeah. John is already coming back from the gym at that point at 6 in the morning. He wakes up at 4:30 to go to the gym. Yeah.
And you sleep by what time?
Last night I slept at about 10, but usually 9:30.
That's
9:30, 10.
That's a commitment, right? Like,
Yeah. And from Sonakshi, what I've learned, and this is a real skill, is how to not take things too seriously. As intense as she gets into the character, when you call cut, she gets out of it. And I think it's very important to balance both. So how to remain chilled but yet take your work seriously is something that I've picked up from her.
and Sonakshi, I just want to know what kind of training that did you undergo, and did John mentor you during the entire film?
Yeah, he troubled me a lot during the entire film. But honestly, the result of that troubling was very, very good. You can see it right now. I'm at my fittest, I feel. I'm feeling really good. I'm looking better. And I'm just generally, like, you know, a sense of well-being is at an all-time high. So I feel he really, really helped in changing my food habits around. But other than that, for the role, I had learned mixed martial arts when I was just about to start Akira, and that really came in handy for this film as well. I feel when you go in to perform this kind of action, you cannot go in unprepared. So I had. Yeah, so you have to train yourself, you have to make your body fit enough, you have to be able, you have to be flexible to be able to do those kind of kicks and all of that. And I think that really came in handy even for this film.
And what was your first reaction when you got the role as a raw agent? Like,
I grabbed it. In fact, I was just telling John a few minutes back that I didn't even have to think to say yes to this film, because my role was so good and so well written when the script was narrated to me that Vipul and Abhinay came to my house. They narrated the script. As soon as they left, I was like, I have to do this film. I didn't even have to like contemplate or think about it. I was like, you know, the role is fantastic. There are two protagonists, not just one. There's one antagonist who's got a great role as well. Everything fit in really well in the scheme of things within the film. So there was absolutely I didn't even have to think.
and I believe that the makers of this movie have dedicated this to the heroes who have sacrificed their lives for us. John, would you like to tell us something more about that?
Yeah, I think Force is inspired from true stories of agents who've gone across the border, been arrested, stayed in prison for, like we met two agents for 11 years and 14 and a half years, been tortured, sent back. But our story's been inspired by a particular agent, in particular one, who's dismembered and body was cut into pieces and thrown across the border. And all his parents said is, now at least call him an Indian. And that actually was the hook point and the inspiration for us to start writing Force 2. And from there, it was just a story of getting true stories from other agents and soldiers and putting them down. And we finally arrived at something which we know is very credible. That the audience is going to walk out saying, "Hey, great commercial film, flies for 2 hours, but listen, this is serious. We've got a message here. We know that this really happens on the borders of our country, and we need to kind of, acknowledge this." And that's what we've done with Force 2. So it's become a very important film for India. We are very proud of making this film and being a part of this film, and I hope the audience also feels proud that we've made this film.
I would like to end with, I want that one signature move from Force 2, one signature move. Yes. So just one, no, there's no dance, tumka, no. Okay, so maybe,
This is for, like item songs and all that, and those are films that have no content.
all right. So thank you so much. It was lovely chatting with all three of you. And yes, we are going to watch Force 2 on 18th of November. Thank you so much. And it was lovely chatting with you.